Hi, I'm Belinda.
And I'm Michala.
And we are the Weird Sisters. Welcome to another chat. Another installment of our chats. So we'd just like to point out that nothing we do or say is researched properly in any way, shape or form. So that's just a little disclaimer that, yeah.
We probably should say.
Yeah, we probably should say that, clarify it right here and now before we
say anything.
So here we go. We're starting off with some what are they called?
Am I the arsehole?
Am I the arsehole? If you have to ask, you probably are.
Not always.
Well, not always.
Sometimes it's the other people that are the assholes.
Yeah, people are assholes. Alright. Got our cuppers. Have you got your cuppa?
Hope they do.
I hope they do.
Got to settle in. Alright.
Okay.
So first, am I the asshole for refusing to see other options for a girl and pressing charges for what she did to my son's car?
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't know. We don't know the circumstances yet.
Not yet.
Let's read on.
Alright, my son, 17-year-old male, dated our neighbour, 17-year-old female, for a year. They broke up mid-Jan for reasons I don't know. I won't sugarcoat this. I never liked her. She always seemed a little unhinged, controlling and aggressive. She's always demanding my son's attention, and there were quite a few times that she showed up at our house out of nowhere, whether it was 7 a.m. or 11 p.m. Because our son wasn't answering his phone, she would scream and call him a cheater when it wasn't like that at all. The thought of our son getting abused by his girlfriend made us worried so much. My wife and I tried to talk him out of the relationship. We said how it wasn't normal nor healthy. We didn't want to force a breakup because we feared his girlfriend would lash out at him, so we tried to do it in a sneaky way. We don't know if it worked, but they ended up breaking up. He said that after he broke up with her, she didn't contact him, which was weird because he expected her to go nuts. And I told him that if fate didn't give him... Okay, whoever wrote this...
Didn't write it very well?
No. Okay, but I told him that if, I'm assuming she didn't give him shit, he better not test it.
Okay.
Now the problem is that we brought my son a car for Christmas. Nothing fancy, but enough to get him to school, his job and even college. He parks it in our driveway outside our home. Ever since the month began, we had been finding scratches all over the car. We have suspected that she was doing it, but since it was minimal, my son decided to not do anything, even if we could prove that it was her, because we have CCTV. Still, something smelled bad for me, so I decided to switch one of the cameras facing his car directly, so that it was just on his car and they could see clearly who it would be, just in case. Well, 2 weeks ago, we got up and we found that my son's car was covered in a lot of shit, like paint, glue, feathers, confetti. The door handles were wrecked, flat tires, paint all over the windows. You get it.
Yeah.
My son and my wife were so distraught. We called the police and I handed them the CCTV that showed his ex-girlfriend and her brother, a 23-year-old male, keep in mind these kids are 17, destroying my son's car. We pressed charges, and needless to say, the girlfriend's brother went straight to jail. But since she's still a minor, her parents want to make a deal, but I refuse. I don't think she should get a way out. Before the police were here, she was laughing her ass off, and she tried to play it cool. If she thought this was funny then, she's old enough to face the consequences. My wife and I want to stand our ground. They said they'll buy my son a better car and put her on therapy, but it's not enough. Am I the asshole?
No.
I don't think so.
No, not in that circumstance. Like, she vandaled their car.
And then got her 23-year-old brother to help her.
And that wasn't a little bit of vandalism. That was pretty full on.
That's destroying a car.
And he's a 17-year-old kid too. Like, he hasn't got the means to fix that. So, no.
And, like, what did he do? He broke up with her. Like, he didn't...
And all that behaviour beforehand, if she's not
Yeah.
going to get pulled up on shit, she's going to end up...
No, and she was scratching, like they said, she was putting scratches in the car for ages beforehand.
Before it. But also the behaviour from the relationship, like the controlling...
showing up at the house.
Yeah, not cool.
No, and, like, yeah, she deserves to get
Punished. Yeah.
She deserves to get the penalty for her crime, like... She chose to do that.
She chose to do that. She knew full well what she was doing.
And she's laughing about it. Like, she thought it was funny. And she would have thought, I'm only 17. They're not going to do anything to me.
Well, girl.
They are.
You're wrong.
And I hope they do. Throw the book at her.
Definitely.
Alright, on to the next one.
Next one.
Which I think is quite funny.
Okay.
Alright. Am I the asshole for walking out of the restaurant after my boyfriend started drinking his juice with 3 straws?
Oh,
I'm going to say probably yeah.
Well, if it was just because she was like being a stuck-up little hoo-ha, then then she's the arsehole. But let's have a read and see what else this is gonna let us know.
Alright. Might seem like not a huge deal, but here's some context. I, female, 30, have been with my boyfriend, male, 32, for a few months. Unlike him, I come from a well-off background, and last week I invited him out on an upscale restaurant for dinner together.
Okay. So I'm already seeing a picture here.
Yeah.
Little hoity-toity and...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit too good for him.
Yeah, read on.
We got there, sat down at our table and chatted for some time. He ordered some orange juice, then asked the waitress to bring him 2 more straws besides the one he had with his juice. I was puzzled. I asked if he was expecting one of his friends, and he laughed and said, "Oh no, not after what they did to me last night." I was like, "What?" But watched to see what he was doing. The waitress came back with the 2 straws, then took our orders. The minute she walked away, my boyfriend put the other 2 straws in his juice and basically started sipping with the 3 straws, making an unbelievably absurd and annoying sound. I was floored. I asked what he was doing and why. He nonchalantly smiled and said so he could drink faster. I got mad and quite embarrassed because people were literally side-eyeing me since I'm a regular. I told him to stop, but he didn't. I said that I'd leave if he wouldn't, and he made eye contact and kept sipping. I had it. I said I was going to continue to be humiliated any longer and grabbed my stuff and made my way out. He shouted for me to wait, but I didn't. 30 minutes later, he started rage texting me about how I overreacted. Now I keep ruining good times, worrying about what those snobs think.
Mm-hmm.
Then talked about how ridiculous I was to walk out like that, and repeatedly texted about how I should stop being a pretentious snob just because I hang around them, which I found really, really offensive. He expected me to apologise for making a scene and walking out like that over something so stupid and harmless.
Yeah, I'm with the boyfriend. Sorry.
Yeah.
That is so pretentious, and yeah. Look, it's a little bit immature on the boyfriend's part, but obviously he was trying to make a point, I think, in doing that.
It sounds like
she does that shit all the time.
Yeah, like she feels
makes a point of
embarrassed
it.
by him, like he's not.
Yeah, move on, brother. Move on.
Yeah, as if he's not, good enough for her, or
Yeah. No, the sort of...
He's drinking with 3 straws. What does it matter?
What does it matter? Might be a little bit embarrassing. Just get on with it.
But even then, with, like...
I just laugh,
it's like
I think.
a kid, right? If you don't react...
They're not going to keep doing it.
He's not going to do it again.
Yep. Those
Like...
pretentious snobs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And once he finishes his drink, what's he going to do then?
Might stick him out his ears or something.
Stick him in his lips like he's a...
Yeah. Walrus.
Seal. Walrus. If he did that and he was, barking like a walrus,
might be a little different.
I might not be so mad at you for walking out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you are the arsehole.
She is the arsehole. Definitely.
Yeah.
Some people think they're so cool.
I know, they think they're above everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, someone reckons that they're not the arsehole. What he was doing was obnoxious and you asked him to stop. He refused. You told him what the consequences would be if he continued, and he apparently accepted them until you followed through. Dump him and find an adult date.
Alright.
Okay, you sound like you're talking to a child.
Yeah.
This is an adult. Like, he doesn't get to be controlled.
No.
Doesn't get to be told what to do. And have to follow through and have to do what you say.
No. Sounds like they're from two different ends.
Yeah.
Completely, and they both just need to move on.
Because it sounds like he's just trying to, lighten her up a little bit and be
And
like,
she's just a stuck up
come
bitch.
down to earth. And she just wants to be with those snobs.
Yeah.
That are,
Let her go. Move on.
Like,
Silly, silly, silly.
yeah. Anyway.
Anywho.
Alright.
We got another one there?
Yeah, mate. Am I the asshole for refusing to give my boyfriend my PIN number after he took my credit card without consent? No.
No.
I'm
No,
going to say
you're not.
no. Straight away.
That's a straight up no, regardless of what even the follow-up story is.
Because
You don't do that. You don't take somebody's credit card without their consent.
And you should.
That's actually fraud.
Yeah.
It's actually fraud. So, no, you're not the arsehole, love. Or, is it a girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. Title sounds horrible, but give me a chance to explain. So I'm not sure if she's saying she reckons she sounds horrible, because you don't. He
No,
sounds horrible.
He sounds horrible.
But it might be, a little bit less serious, but still, I still reckon you're not an arsehole.
Right, we need to hear this story.
I, female 24, have been seeing my boyfriend, male 30, for 8 months. He's super funny and sweet. He's currently out of the job for health reasons, and he's actively looking for a new one. This our first major fight, and I'm not sure whether I was at fault here. 2 days ago, we spent the night together, and he went to the store early in the morning to buy some groceries. Unbeknownst to me, he took my credit card to shop with it. I got woken up by him calling, asking me to give him my credit card PIN number. I was confused and asked why, and he said he went grocery shopping with my card and forgot to ask me to give him the PIN before he left. I got mad and felt quite violated. I told him I was sorry, but I gave no permission for him to go out and shop using my card. He sounded confused and said he was just trying to buy us breakfast and it only cost $20. I said I was sorry, but refused to give him the PIN number. He obviously sounded upset and asked why. I told him because he didn't even consider getting my permission to take my card and use it. He said, alright then, guess no breakfast for us. Then hung up. I called and called, but no response. He returned and handed me the card back, then went on to complain about how he was just trying to buy us breakfast and that he wasn't intending on making a huge purchase. I said I understood, but it's all about consent to me. He seemed pretty irritated and upset, though he said it was fine. He left after this and hasn't returned my calls. He then texted me that he wasn't intending on stealing from me and that he thought that I wouldn't make such a fuss about it and that he did get my permission when he called to ask for the PIN number. But I feel like it's just me feeling like he violated my boundaries. He's been upset since then, saying I ruined our time together by making a huge deal out of it and embarrassed him at the store by making him return the stuff he bought to the register. Gosh, I feel like I was such an asshole here, but I think that he could have asked first. I want to hear what you guys think of this. Am I the asshole or not? No, you're not.
No, I don't think she's the asshole.
No.
Like, regardless of what he was doing, you ask somebody before you take their credit card. You don't just assume it's cool.
No.
What if there was no money on it?
Yeah, and it's just a respect thing. You don't take someone's stuff without asking.
No.
And like, it's her money. If you had asked, she probably would have said, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's just the whole...
But it's the fact that he didn't ask and he just expected her to be okay
cool
with
it.
that and give him her PIN number.
They'd only been seeing each other for a few months too. I think it's
8 months. So
8 months.
It's not like a little bit of time, but it's also not like
It's
3
not a
years.
huge time, yeah.
Like...
Yeah,
there's still a lot you don't
I mean,
know about someone.
even if they've been together for 20 years, you don't take somebody's credit card without asking.
No.
But I'm just saying, like, if it was a real new relationship, like, that's red
worse.
flags.
That's more like, is he going to actually fully steal from you?
Yeah. I don't think his intent was
No.
to steal from her or anything like that, but
He
I
just
just think it
wanted
was rude.
to buy them breakfast, and he doesn't have a job, so he
Yeah.
doesn't have the kind of money to do that.
Yeah, so I don't think his intent was
No.
wrong, but how he did it was definitely wrong. You don't take someone's credit card.
Exactly, and the fact that he doesn't
See the
why
problem.
that was wrong is the issue. The whole act, like the fact that it's the credit card and the money, is not what the issue is. It's the taking without asking.
Yeah.
It's the breaking that boundary and not respecting her enough to ask her permission for it. Like, it's not yours. Don't just...
Can't just assume things. You can't just assume.
No.
No, you've got to ask.
Yeah. Alright.
Have we got another one there?
I've got heaps, mate.
You've got heaps, mate?
Yeah. Alright.
What's the next goodie?
Am I the asshole for stating I will not financially provide for my sister-in-law after my mother-in-law passes away? Probably gonna say no.
Depending on the situation. How old's the sister-in-law?
We'll get to that, but yeah. Alright. My sister-in-law is the oldest of 4 siblings, but living at home with my mother-in-law, still paying a lot of their bills, as in the mother is paying for the child.
Yeah.
Which isn't a child. My sister-in-law is 60 years old.
Oh, 60.
Works full-time.
Oh.
Doesn't have to pay food or rent. And still borrows money from one sibling every 2 weeks.
Okay.
She no longer requests money from us, but that is a different story. My sister-in-law makes more money than I do. She just blows through it as soon as she can get her hands on it. My mother-in-law told me that my husband will agree to support my sister-in-law after my mother-in-law is gone, because that's what family does. I said, absolutely not. It isn't our job to pay her way, so she can get her nails done every 2 weeks and eat out 2 times a day, plus travel to an expensive theme park to spend time with her grandbabies. Her grandbabies live in the same town. Travel isn't required to see them. My mother-in-law has decreed that I am a selfish asshole because I would not agree to take care of a woman 15 years my senior. If she were disabled or legitimately unable to work, I'd be fine paying the monthly power bill or buying her groceries. The reason we don't have the cash and a nice house is because the reason we have the cash and a nice house is because we don't blow our money.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole
for
saying no to this plan? In quotation marks. Side note, my husband agrees he will not support my sister-in-law just so she can spend her money to do fun stuff. The conflict it is causing is between me and the mother-in-law because I'm vocal about saying no. It is causing conflict in his family because we have money and somehow that means we should be responsible. No.
Nope.
This woman is 60 years old.
And she works full-time.
Earns more than you.
And she lives with her mum, so she's not paying any bills.
But she earns more than you.
Yeah.
She earns more money than you, and she's expecting you to pay for her, yet she earns more than you. No way.
Nope. This 60-year-old needs to stand up for herself. She's never gonna. She's 60, and she still hasn't.
She'll end up moving in with her children or something.
They won't have her.
I wouldn't.
No, that's crazy.
Like, you're 60 years old, you work full-time still, earn obviously a decent amount of money. It's just that you don't bother to spend it wisely. That's your own fault.
You want to go buy an alligator?
Then, mate.
Then bad
you gotta
luck.
think about that. If you want to buy an alligator, you gotta save up.
I'm probably going to be that 60-year-old lady.
I know you are, mate. And I'm telling you now, I'm not paying for you.
Yes, you will. No, you
bro.
actually wouldn't. You'd be like, no way.
Like, no, mate. No, mate.
No way.
Oh, right. So, yes.
Yes,
you are not the arsehole.
No, she's not the arsehole.
The sister-in-law is a cow.
The mother-in-law is.
Actually,
How dare she say anything?
And it's actually her fault as well for enabling.
100%. She's an enabler.
Like, she's allowing that 60-year-old woman to live at home without paying any money at all.
Yeah.
And giving her money. Like, you're still giving her money to live.
when she gets
and you're paying for her and you're giving her money, and she's 60 years old and works full time.
Yeah, no.
I don't think so.
It's time for her to stand on her own 2 feet.
Like the original poster said, if she was disabled or
yeah,
couldn't work, or like there was something legitimately there. No questions.
Worries.
No questions.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Just because she's bad with her money and
Yeah,
hasn't had to be an adult in her 60 years, well, yeah, bad luck, bro.
And she seems like incredibly selfish and entitled. Like,
no.
Deal with it yourself.
Yeah, agreed.
Alright. Am I the asshole for not apologising to my mother-in-law after throwing up her food? Depends on if you were legitimately sick or if you just said, this is gross.
Well, I wouldn't say you're an asshole if you just like got sick and threw up after eating it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But if you were just like, bleh,
just like, this is disgusting,
and threw it up,
then you're an asshole.
Alright,
let's hear this story.
Alright, please help me out because I am feeling extremely guilty, even though at the time I thought I was in the right. So I, female 27, am married to my husband, male 34, for the past 2 years. My relationship with my mother-in-law has been okay, but we are not extremely close as we have different opinions on some matters. Like last year, during a controversial law implementation in Texas, we were having a discussion at a family event, and she told me how if I ever thought about giving up on a baby, she will make my husband divorce me. But she laughed after saying that and said she was kidding. She had made similar kinds of jokes regarding me having a girl child first as well. Well, fast forward to last night. She had come for a visit and brought food with her. She had made my husband's favourite dish and one other dish. She said she had brought the favourite dish only for my husband. So he is only allowed to eat that. She's not allowed to. And the other dish was for me. Well, we started eating and I tasted something bitter in my food. It wasn't that much, so I kept on swallowing it with water because I was afraid if I complained my mother-in-law would get angry. As I dug deeper with my fork, deeper into the food, I saw something like black powder. It looked like the food was stuffed with it. I inquired about the same, so she told me it was a new spice she had gotten from a friend. I took a mouthful of that stuff and couldn't swallow it. I rushed to the bathroom and threw it all up. I got violently sick and my whole mouth became bitter. When I came out, my husband gave me some water. Suddenly, my mother-in-law got very angry at me and said I was intentionally doing the whole act of throwing up to show she's a bad cook. My husband tried to calm her down, and she left our she left our house, but took the food she brought with her, while leaving saying we don't deserve it. She even emptied the plate I was eating from into a container and took it with her as well.
Was it poison?
Maybe. While my husband is on my side, others from his family have been very angry at us as well and asking me to apologise. Am I the asshole here? Edit. As some of the comments are curious, I will ask the name of the spice. I will call my sister-in-law tomorrow. Although I don't think she was trying to intentionally poison me. I'm now really scared after reading the comments that said that's what she did. I'll update you soon.
I reckon she did.
So my sister-in-law just called me, who got the whole story off my father-in-law. My mother-in-law got the spice from her friend. Like she said, it was called Kalnaji.
Okay.
Spelled CALNGNJI.
Never heard of it.
Something like that. I'll Google it later. But just wanted to update first. She was cooking the dish for their lunch and didn't know how much she was supposed to add and accidentally put too much. She tasted it and couldn't eat it. What do you mean?
Who tasted it? The mother-in-law?
I'm assuming. Instead of acting like a sane person and throwing it, she thought that as she was going to visit us anyway, why not give it to me instead?
So she tasted it before?
Yeah, she tasted it as she was making it and was like, ugh, this is gross, and then made her eat it and then got mad at her. Okay.
I reckon there's something else going on there.
Her reason was that as I am a horrible cook, so I already have a habit of eating bad food, like that's why she just gave it to her instead. She intentionally made a small portion of my husband's food so I will not take it. So she made sure that her
He had
son
something good.
got what he wanted, but only enough for him.
And she had to eat the poison.
Yeah. She's like,
Yeah,
I'm
she's-
so angry at her now, and I've told my husband she's not allowed at our house anymore. He still thinks he would like to discuss it with her. I'm just done. Yeah, mate. You're not the
Yeah.
asshole. She is. She tried to kill you.
I reckon there was poison in there.
Or something. Like, she doesn't know what it is.
And if she tasted it beforehand and knew it was bad, that's a bitch act. You don't take...
That's ridiculous. And her reasoning, you don't know how to cook, so you always eat bad food. Fuck off, mate.
How rude.
Even if you don't know how to cook, you know that, like, you know how to make macaroni and cheese, right? So you know that tastes alright.
Mm.
And when you're eating some friggin' unknown black spice, like...
That's bitter. Oh, wow. And it made her violently ill.
Mm.
Yeah, you're definitely not the bitch.
No!
No. Not at all.
That
That's old.
mother-in-law is out to bloody get you.
Oh, mum's thinking I'd lock the friggin'... Lock the doors on her.
Mate.
Hear his phone ring?
Yes. Why is his phone ringing at 9 p.m? Redonkulous.
Yeah.
Well, that's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Someone ever did that to me, I would never trust them again.
No.
Because food is like, someone else makes you food, you kind of actually really got to put some trust into them.
You have to, because it could be... I actually don't like eating other... Unless I know the people and know how their kitchen is and stuff like that.
Because I'm real big on, like... And this isn't, like, to be rude to people, but if the kitchen is kind of, like, a bit grimy, I get a bit uncomfy. Because, like...
do I really want to? Yeah. So cooking is definitely something where you put trust in somebody else, that it's going to be
like, if you don't know
safe.
them, they could literally poison you. And even, like, sometimes unintentionally too, because, you know, if you just don't cook something the right way, like if you're making a new dish or something, and you don't know how to cook something properly, it could be harmful.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, no, I would, what's it still going? I would,
It's gone flat out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would be pretty
I'd be
pissed.
steering clear of that woman.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Especially after the little narky comments she's made over other things.
Yeah.
There's obviously something not quite right.
Nah, she's saying that I'm going to make my son divorce you.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have a girl first, I'm going to make my son divorce you.
Yeah, because that's something in control, like we're in control of.
And when she realises her son doesn't want to divorce her, she's just going to try and kill her instead. Who won't divorce you?
It was an unknown spice. Oh, yeah. Sure it was, lady.
Sorry, I was supposed to put this Cajun spice in. It was Cajun.
Oh.
How can I not say that word?
Oh, is that what it was? I didn't pick up on it. You read it out.
I reckon it's probably Cajun. Probably, that, like,
now that it makes sense.
Anyway, oh no, I'll put this Cajun spice in. Oh, sorry about pleasing.
Yeah, didn't mean to put the arsenic in.
Oh.
Oops.
My bad. Alright, on to the next. Am I the asshole for taking a gift away from my nephew and making him cry?
So this one totally depends on what your nephew did.
And yeah, it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Because...
maybe it was there's reasons you would take it, like if you got him something that was inappropriate, you'd take it back. If, like, say if it was...
But it says taking a gift away from my nephew, so it might not even be there, like the gift that they do. We don't know. But
depends.
To be honest, I would take a gift after my nephew and make him cry if I had to.
Yes, you would.
Bloody I would. Bloody I would. And somehow I'm still his favourite honey.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway. Last weekend we celebrated my nephew's, T, 4th birthday.
Okay, so he's a little tacker.
Hang on. We had a small party at a local park. He has an older brother who is 6, Jay. Throughout the entire party, Jay was trying to keep attention on him and not on T, the birthday boy. He threw a fit every time T got something J didn't, i.e. cake topper, first piece of cake, a birthday hat, and the parents just allowed it to happen and tried to appease J. First of all, that would never happen on my watch.
No.
I'd be like, you're a little shit. Fuck off.
Sit down.
When it came to the gift time, Jay kept saying, look at all the presents we got, T. Nah, mate, it's not your birthday, boy.
Not your birthday.
And tried to open some, even though everyone tried to stop him and remind him the gifts were for T. Eventually, Jay got fed up with this. When my gift for T came up, Jay grabbed it and turned around away from T and started to rip it open. It was a bit chaotic at this time, so not that many others noticed, but I did, since it was my gift, and I walked over and asked him to give it to T, and when he refused, I took it out of his hands and told him he could not open it, it was not for him.
She's not the asshole.
Cue the epic meltdown. Jay threw himself on the floor, screamed, yelled and kicked. I ignored it and gave my gift to T. Their mum, my sister, looked at me like I had committed a major crime. She said, why couldn't I just let him have it? Because it's not fucking his. I said it's not for him, and that's why, and she called me an asshole. My brother agreed with me, but my sister shot daggers at me for the rest of the evening for causing the meltdown on an otherwise fun day.
I'm sorry, your sister's the asshole for not
Not
parenting a child, because that's not cool.
It's not right.
His birthday, and no.
how dare him take that away from the younger sibling?
Yeah.
Like, you're not teaching your child anything.
No.
It's not his birthday. He doesn't get the presents.
You're just setting yourself up to have a bratty child, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's 4. Like, he's
the
young.
young one. No, the young one's 4. The older one's 6.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go. He's 6. He definitely knows better.
So he's old enough to know better. He's had 4 whole birthdays.
To himself.
No, he had 2 to himself, but he had 4 whole birthdays to deal with the fact that he has a brother.
Yeah.
And that it's his special day, and it's his birthday, and he gets presents.
Yeah. But you know how common it is for people to buy
2 presents. One
like
for
a
the
present
older one.
for the older one?
Nah.
Or the like one for the other sibling on their birth. That's wrong.
Because it's not their day.
It's not their day, and they can wait till their day.
Yeah. They don't need to be the centre of attention all the time. They don't need to get whatever they want whenever they want it. Like,
no.
It's the younger one's birthday. They're his presents. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. It's like, you know how now they give out like participation ribbons at school? Oh, sorry, you're lost, man.
I hate that. It doesn't teach anybody anything. It doesn't teach them how to be good losers. That's actually probably the biggest thing you need to learn. Yeah. Is how to be a gracious loser as well as a gracious winner. But that comes a little bit easier. Yeah. Because you've won, so it doesn't feel as bad. Mm. But to be a gracious loser...
It's not an easy thing, but it's something we have to learn.
You have to learn. And if you start teaching it to them when they're 3, when they're 4 and 5,
it's just
in the young years, natural. It's easier for them. Yeah. When they are 16 and playing footy and nobody gets a participation ribbon, you win and you lose.
I've got to get that phone. I know. Yeah, exactly right.
You win and you lose.
And you lose.
You don't get it both ways. Alrighty. Well. On to another one. Yeah, a lot of people are saying the same thing. That, like, if the sister doesn't nip this in the bud, she's gonna be an enabler, and T will probably leave home when he comes of age. Yeah, because he doesn't really seem like the problem. The older one does, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay,
anyway, on to the next.
On to the next one.
Yeah, I've got plenty. Am I the asshole for telling my wife that if she was a roommate, I would have moved out by now? Depends.
I'd probably say that to my husband like every second day.
Yeah. But, you know.
So it depends. It depends on the sitch. And it depends on if she's saying it in a joking, like half joking, half serious manner, or, you know.
I feel like they're probably serious. Anyway. Alright. My wife, 24 female, we'll call her Mary, and I, 23 female, have been together for 3 years. Living together for 2.5, married for 1.5. So they've been living together for almost the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. I'm the oldest of 5 in my family, and my mum was a single mum, so I was expected to help out a lot, cooking, cleaning, caring for others, etc. Mary's mum is a Sam. SAHM. I don't know what that is. He did all the chores.
Stay at home mum.
Oh, no shit. It's an acronym. Some of these acronyms in this thing, like, it took me a little while to wrap my head around sister-in-law, because it was just SIL. And I was like, is that son-in-law?
Well, it can be either.
Yeah, so at first I was thinking son-in-law, and I was like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so it can be either.
So you have to be sister-in-law. Anyway, so it's... But, okay. Just for anyone listening who is going to use acronyms, acronyms are supposed to be in capital letters.
Oh, yeah, they are.
This is not.
Okay.
It's supposed to be in capital letters, so you can
You
identify...
just confused her.
That it is an acronym. Anyway, so she's a stay-at-home mum.
Yep.
Who did all the chores, and Mary said she was never taught how. I asked her mum about it once, and her mum said that Mary used to pretend to not know how to do things to get out of doing them. Weaponized incompetence. We love that.
Mm-hmm.
Mary said it's just something she did as a kid, but she doesn't do it anymore.
Sounds like it, Mary.
Yeah. When we first moved in together, I was happy to fill the role of a caregiver, stocking groceries, doing dishes, laundry, whatever it needed. After COVID started, I realised how much energy it takes to maintain a clean apartment with 2 adults being home at 24/7. So I asked Mary for help with maintaining the housework. She was super understanding and agreed that it is her responsibility too, but she would only clean if I asked her to. I was patient and asked her for help when I needed it, and eventually she caught on. I have noticed that her helping isn't very helpful. For example, I mentioned that it would be nice to get some help with the laundry, so she said she would do some. She said it was an emergency load of underwear and asked if I needed anything else washed. I said some leggings and sweatshirts would be nice, thanks. The next day, I folded the load of laundry and saw she washed 10 pairs of her underwear, a bunch of her sweatshirts and leggings, 1 pair of my leggings, and 3 pairs of my underwear. So, washing her own stuff, not actually helping, just doing her own stuff.
Yeah.
Example 2, she cleaned out the litter box, but didn't fill it back up afterwards. I heard her comment, "Oh, I need to fill up the litter box," and I acknowledged, but the next day, it was still empty. I got pissed at her.
Shit?
Probably in the empty box.
Oh, great.
Or on the floor. Who knows? Anyway, I got pissed at her and told her that it was unfair to the cats and she should have filled it up when she noticed it was empty. She said that she forgot to. You can forget some things, but if it's something that you're walking past...
And in an apartment, you'd be probably walking past it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, because I would assume that it would be
Like
probably near their toilet type situation. Or something, or maybe like, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't specify. If they had a balcony or something, it might be just out there or something. Either way, you're going to see your cats going there. You're going to notice it. But also...
You're going to go, oh, I haven't filled that up.
You empty it, you fill it up.
Yeah.
It's the same task.
It is. It's the
to
same.
Empty the cat litter is to fill it up.
Yeah, you've only done half the job emptying it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, example 3, when it was her turn to wash the dishes, she washed all of them except for our cat's dishes. They are adamantly gross because crusty, dried, wet food. So
yeah.
I confronted her about leaving them so I would have to do them, and she said that I misunderstood her intentions. She was just doing the dishes that she had the energy for and putting out one of the fires. In quotation marks. To me, we have a list of chores to do, and we can't consider them done until the whole thing is done. I told her that she can't half-ass the jobs in the house because it's making more work for me in the long run to clean up her messes. I told her if she was a roommate, I would have moved out by now. And if I was her manager at a job, I would have fired her for making more work for me. She started crying and told me to leave her alone. I feel like a total asshole for saying those things.
No.
I feel like maybe I was being too hard on her. That maybe the chores are a lot for her to handle, but on the other hand, we've been living together for a long time. She's old enough to know how to clean up for herself.
Yeah.
100%. I don't think you're the asshole. I think that maybe, like, I don't know, you might not have had to go that hard in on her, but you do.
Well,
like,
in a sense.
It's kind of putting it into a perspective. Kind of like, if we weren't married, I wouldn't be living with this.
No.
If
And
I
nor,
was in
nor
charge
should
of
you have to.
Yeah, but like if I was your boss and you were my employee and this is what you did, you wouldn't be working here. It's kind of saying that this behaviour is completely unacceptable on all standards, and just because they're married doesn't mean she should have to do everything.
No. And just because Mummy Dearest did everything for her, it's not an excuse either. No. You have to take accountability for yourself at some point. So no, the other chick's not in.
Oh, Mary.
In the wrong at all.
Yeah, the other one's not. Mary's in the wrong for sure.
Yeah, she needs to take accountability for her own actions.
Yeah.
Something that she's obviously never done.
Probably. And it's fair enough if it's a lot all at once. Because if it's something you've never done. But you express that. You say, look, I do apologise. I've just never had to do stuff like this. I'm trying to learn. It's the effort. Yeah,
and when you, like with the laundry stitch, like she did all her washing and like 4 items of her wife's. If I did that to my husband, he'd be like, what the?
Dude, you didn't fill up the water bottles. And he's like, what the fuck did you do all day?
Where's the water bottle?
Because there's not cold water. He's like, I'll just fucking do it.
Mind you, that's the only thing he does.
I know.
He doesn't even do that. It's just one time he had to do it.
I know.
Just one time.
One
time at band camp. One time at band camp where he had to fill up his water bottle.
Oh my goodness. It's the end
hell.
of the world.
See, I'm the enabler. I'm the friggin'...
I know you are.
I'm Mary's mum.
I know.
Friggin' hell.
I know you are. But, I mean, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Well, he actually did...
He did clean up tonight without even being asked.
He put his own dishes in the sink.
He did.
Brought washing inside.
He did, and he was putting stuff away in the cupboard.
Bins. Look at... Actually, I should probably give him a medal.
No, but you should, like... Thank him. Genuinely, too.
Yeah, I won't. I might just go and fake tan his face tonight. Sarah, thanks.
So he has to go to work tomorrow. Nice fake tan face.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I might do.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Alright, have we got time for one more?
Mate, we've got plenty of time.
Got plenty, all the time in the world.
Of course
I'm going to open this door because it's too freaking hot in this room.
Alright, the next one. Am I the asshole for not noticing that my girlfriend's twin daughters switched places?
What?
Depends on how long you've been together. I don't know. Depends on if they're really hard to tell apart, what are you going to do? Like, they're not your kids.
And why does he have to, like, what's the sitch?
My girlfriend has 2 daughters, E and Z, aged 13. They are identical. I try to spend time with them one-on-one and can usually tell from their personalities who is who.
Mm-hmm.
They also have different length hair, so it makes it easy too. However, they were intentionally trying to trick me one day when I was watching them. Z had permission from their mum to go to the mall with some friends, while E was supposed to stay home with me for some maths tutoring. However, E and Z both pulled their hair back and acted like each other, so that E could go out instead of having to stay home. They were acting like each other and hiding their hair, so I made a mistake and let E go out while she wasn't supposed to. Their mum understood that it was an honest mistake and spoke to the girls. However, when their dad found out, he said I was an asshole for not being able to tell the girls apart and that I should have never been left in charge. Am I the asshole? No,
definitely not. So I think Daddy's got a bit of jealousy going on that there's somebody else in the house, and he's trying to put him down.
Yeah,
but no, he's not the asshole. How is he gonna know when they
were playing a little prank on him?
Yeah,
and they're like, he's not gonna know,
and he didn't.
No,
nor should, like, if they've intentionally done that.
Yeah, that's their, like, they need to be in trouble.
They're the assholes, not him.
And, you know, they might have just been...
kids.
Yeah, they're 13.
They're 13-year-old kids.
They would have been playing around going...
Of course they're going to play that stuff.
Yeah, going, he'll never know.
Yeah.
And what's the harm? Because really, well, at the end of the day, what's the harm? She didn't get her maths tutoring. And went out.
They snuck out.
So what, the other one got a bit of extra... Yeah.
I would have given that a go.
The other one got some extra maths tutoring. What does it matter? Really? It's a bit of, don't you ever bloody do that again. Yeah,
but, you know, it's a bit harmless.
It's really to know where you are.
But yeah, no.
It's just a bit of fun.
Just a bit of fun.
And to say that they shouldn't be allowed alone, with, like, to look after them.
Yeah, that
It's
I call
ridiculous.
jealousy on that.
Yeah. I reckon. I reckon. Yeah.
Agreed.
Alright. Am I the asshole for telling my friend to stop forcing my girlfriend to eat her dessert? Okay. It's a bit different.
It is a bit different.
My 23-year-old... So this person is a 23-year-old female.
Mm-hmm.
Her girlfriend is 22.
Okay.
She has an extremely serious peanut allergy. Like eating almost nothing and having her throat blocked and ending up in the hospital. So even if she whiffs some peanuts.
She's anaphylactic.
Yeah, she's off to the hospital. My friend is a 24-year-old female, invited us to have lunch at her house, along with other friends, and sent me by text message what the menu would be. For dessert, one of the ingredients was peanuts. So I proposed that in order not to completely change the menu, she had been planning for days, I would take my girlfriend a cake because she's extremely allergic to peanuts, so she wouldn't feel left out.
Okay.
My friend said it was okay, and that was it. On lunch day, at dessert time, my friend offered dessert to me and my girlfriend, and before my girlfriend took it, I told her that she couldn't eat it because it had peanuts. She hadn't noticed, the girlfriend hadn't noticed that it had peanuts. So she politely declined the dessert and took a piece of cake.
Mm-hmm.
I ate my friend's dessert, and since I can't kiss my girlfriend after eating peanuts because she
Reacts.
has an allergy, just because she also has an allergy. We know she has an allergy. You've said that 100 times. Yes, it's that kind of allergy. We know. You've said that. Anyway, I went to the bathroom to brush my teeth. Fair enough. That's being a good girlfriend. That is. When I got back, my friend was offering her dessert again, and my girlfriend wasn't sure what to do. I asked what was going on, and my friend said, let the girl eat what she wants instead of having someone else control what she eats. Bro, she's gonna die.
That's not controlling.
And again, anytime my girlfriend eats peanuts, her throat closes up and she can eat minimal portions and then take medicine. So like if she ingests a little bit, she just hits herself with that EpiPen and she doesn't have to go to hospital. But she can't take the risk because she will end up in hospital. Being in a place where we know the risk currently, like, why would you do that? And her girlfriend has pulmonary fibrosis.
Okay.
Not sure what that is, but it sounds pretty serious.
Yeah. So it's a breathing disorder.
Oh, right.
And fibrosis is where you've got phlegm stuck all over. I think it's like that when they have to beat their backs and that to get the phlegm to break down.
Oh, okay.
It's bad.
Okay.
You know, like the chick, I think, in Bates Motel, the one.
Oh, yep.
I think she's got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair
It
enough.
kills you.
Yeah.
It can kill you.
And then, like, you know, she's having an anaphylactic shock. Your whole throat closes up so you can't breathe. So
Yeah.
she already can't breathe.
And then
Then
on
if she
top.
has a whiff of peanuts, she's gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous. So my girlfriend was just asking for help. So I spoke quietly, just to the three of us, so she could stop forcing my girlfriend to eat her dessert, as she really can't eat it. My friend stayed quiet and gave the dessert to someone else, but I knew she was pissed off. The mood got weird between us, and after half an hour, I left. I was planning on texting her, apologising, explaining the whole situation, but as soon as I got home, there was a huge message saying that I was rude, and like it was rude of us to turn down the dessert. I didn't. I explained it to you. And that I was surprised. So the friend was surprised at how controlling I am, and that it was rude of me to talk to her like that. Other friends at the party also sent saying that I was rude. It's worth saying that my girlfriend is an extremely shy person, and often in some uncomfortable situations we have some non-verbal signs agreed on when we need to help each other out, and she gave me one. So I said to my friend, after saying more than 3 times, that my girlfriend couldn't because of the peanuts.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole?
No, her friend is, after being told that she's allergic to it and then still trying to force it on her. Like, that friend's the arsehole.
And someone who is anaphylactic, like, they're gonna die.
Yeah, it's not like a choice. It's not, oh, sorry, I don't like carrot cake. It's like, I can't eat it, I'm gonna die, man.
Yeah, and she already spoke about it to you, like, explained to you she can't have peanuts.
3 times.
But, like, beforehand, so she's like, she can't have peanuts on that
I brought
dessert,
this cake.
so I'm gonna bring this cake for her, so that it's not weird.
Yeah.
So she'll eat this cake, everyone else will eat the great dessert. I'm sure it was great. I'm sure everyone liked it.
It was lovely.
But she can't eat it.
It was going to kill her friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, some people are wankers.
But yeah, she added, she asked a friend when she was offering the dessert again to the girlfriend, is that the dessert that's from the menu? And the friend said yes. So then they've already made
They've already
sure,
gone over this.
like, the friend knows she can't eat it, and the girlfriend's just been like, so is this the one from the menu, the one that has the peanuts in it, that my girlfriend can't eat, and you're still offering to her?
Yeah.
And it's like, in the text she sent, it looked like she wasn't angry. Oh, sorry. It looked like she wasn't taking seriously how strong my girlfriend's allergy is. I thought she thought it was more drama and an excuse not to eat the food.
Don't explain yourself to her. Just write her off. She sounds like a wank.
Yeah, and then some people in the comments of this thread must be saying that my girlfriend needs to stand up for herself. I agree. Take into account that it's a party with my friends and she knew 1 or 2 people out of 10.
Yeah.
And it's a thing of my country. Never say no to when they offer food. Okay. So in addition to being shy, she was in a house that didn't know many people and it's considered rude to refuse food. So
she felt pressured into taking that peanut dessert that was offered to her.
because she understands the cultural implications of refusing food. But the original poster also understands those implications, so made sure that she didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
She explained it to her friend. She can't eat this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So I will bring her something else.
Yeah, that's totally
So she
rude.
didn't refuse,
No.
the girlfriend didn't refuse the dessert at first. She didn't.
No, she took it.
It was understood. No, but at first, it was understood that she couldn't eat the dessert that was made in the menu.
So the other cake was brought in
So
for
the
her.
other cake was brought in so that they could all eat.
Dessert?
And it was fine. So there was no refusal, there was no rudeness, there was nothing wrong. But then she kept pushing it.
That other lady kept pushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other friend was like,
So there was nothing wrong until that other lady kept pushing the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she's definitely not a bitch. Not the arsehole, or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Right, so the girlfriend also added a little bit onto the end of this. Was saying that she's shy and distracted, and that the original poster told me there would be a peanut dessert, but I had forgotten, and ended up taking the plate. So this was when she was in the bloody toilet.
Yeah.
But she warned me, and I said I couldn't eat for her friend because of the peanuts. When the original poster went to the bathroom, her friend said I could eat it if I wanted to because there wouldn't be someone controlling me there. And I said, clearly, thanks, but I'm really allergic to peanuts. And she kept insisting that it was just one bite and it wouldn't kill me. So I asked my girlfriend for help when I saw her because I'd already said I couldn't eat it. I didn't want to let the situation go bad and be rude to pass on this image of being rude at the first meeting of her friends. At the end of the day, we both came off as rude. Well, no, you didn't. It's your friends being
The friend
assholes.
came off as rude, not them.
No. You're literally allergic. You have a allergy. You're anaphylactic. You're going to die and go to hospital.
Yeah, no.
You can't eat peanuts, bro. It's not your fault. Your body says, nah, not today.
Not today.
Not right now. I don't know, maybe. No, because it's not Landry making that noise. He's just got the bedroom TV. I turned right up.
That's his phone.
Is that his phone?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, he's so loud. If you hear some funny noises, it's Lee's phone. Well, we determined you were definitely not. So, see, most of the people aren't the arsehole.
No.
Alright. But am I the arsehole for telling my brother-in-law that he isn't a real man? Might be.
That's a bit,
You might be. That's a bit rude.
It's a bit rude.
Bit unnecessary.
But, depends. What's he done?
True. I, 23 female, married my husband, 25 male, in 2020. We've been together for 8 years. Last year, my husband and I had to move in with his parents and his brother, 22-year-old male, because our landlord decided to sell the home we were living in and we couldn't find anywhere. But now we're in the process of building our home. Fair enough. Last week, I got off a 12-hour shift around 2 p.m. as a nurse and came home and showered and started laundry as I was heading back to my room. My brother-in-law told me that I needed to clean the kitchen, bathroom, and cook him food. Get fucked. Anyway,
Yeah, no.
I was taken aback. Since I don't really ever use the kitchen, I hardly ever cook at the house, and I had cleaned the bathroom the week prior, and it wasn't dirty. Told him no and went to my room and turned on my favourite show. My brother-in-law barged into the room and told me once again I needed to clean the kitchen, make him food, and clean the bathroom. I again told him no and closed the door, and locked it this time. Texted my husband, and my husband said just to ignore him. Well, my brother-in-law knocks on the door, tells me I'm lazy, that a woman's job is to do what a man says and cook and clean. Get absolutely fucked. Anyway, I told him that he isn't a man and never will be, since he doesn't have a job, license, or go to school, and doesn't plan on it. So he has no room to tell me anything. Told me I was a bitch and told his parents when they got home from work. And what I said, but left out the parts that he told me. Mother-in-law and father-in-law are telling me I need to apologise to him because he's going through a rough patch and that I should have just made him food and picked up a bit. I refuse to apologise. My husband told his parents that there's no need for me to apologise and that his brother should be the one apologising to me since we're the ones paying all the bills while we live in the house, and that he should be grateful to me. So am I the asshole? No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. He is not a man.
No, and how dare he? After she worked 12-hour shift, she came
Regardless,
home.
that's not her fucking house. She's
No.
not his mother.
No.
She's his sister-in-law. She's not his mother. He
No.
has a mum and a dad that can bloody cook him food or clean up after him if that's what they want to do.
If that's what they want to do, it's not her
It's
job.
not her job.
No. Nope, nope, nope.
And also, you're a grown 22-year-old man. Make your own fucking food, mate.
Yeah. If you want some lunch, go and get some. Don't
Seriously.
friggin'...
It's not her job to cook you
No,
food.
it's not. Not
Clean
at
up
all.
after you.
Nope.
And she doesn't, like she said, she doesn't use the kitchen. Why would she have to clean it? She didn't make the mess.
Mm.
And she cleaned the bathroom before. It's not dirty. She doesn't need to go and clean it.
No, he's just being a wank.
Like,
Self-entitled little shit.
grow up. And the parents being like, you need to apologise and you should have just made him food and picked up a bit. No, again, you're an enabler. You make him like this.
Back off, Chachi.
Seriously, you make him like this.
Silly.
The original poster said, I think I may be the asshole for telling him he isn't a man and he never will be.
No.
He deserved to hear it.
He needed to hear that, I think, because he's obviously not hearing it from mum and dad.
No.
So somebody needed to tell him to pull his head. He was very rude to her.
Oh, to call her a bitch.
And to say that she needs to go and do that. That's where women belong or whatever.
Yeah, a woman's job is to do whatever a man says.
Well, a man's job is to go to work. If he's living off that
that fucking 1950s ruling
shit, then a man's job is to provide.
for the family.
Be at work, not be at home sitting on his ass demanding
No.
things.
And also,
So
she said that her and her husband are paying all the bills for the household while they live there.
yeah,
So get absolutely fucked.
yeah, definitely.
She's paying for your living there. She's paying for your life.
Yeah.
So get absolutely fucked.
So yeah,
Should be the other way around. She's the one at work, works 12
He should
hours
be
a day,
cooking for her
providing for you. She
He
should be
should-
getting home to a clean house
and dinner.
and lunch made on the table.
Mm.
If that's what you want to, if that's how you want to play it.
Mm.
If not, get off your ass and do something yourself.
Yep.
Like, get absolutely fucked.
Yep, totally agree.
Get
All
absolutely
these
fucked.
self-entitled little brats.
Oh, most of this must be from America because they're absolutely ridiculous.
Americans are pretty ridiculous.
Oh, it was so classist and oh, get absolutely
Get over yourselves.
Yeah. He needs to bloody get out. And parents actually need to stop enabling their kids like that.
Yeah.
Like, you create these monsters.
Yeah. By not ever making them
No.
accountable or to do anything.
No. And it's like he's not an only child. He's got a brother.
Yeah.
Like, mate, seriously.
Yeah,
Fuck
definitely.
off.
You need to let them grow up at some stage.
You need to make them grow up at some stage.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
you can't do that forever.
No. Nope, no.
Alright. Am I the asshole for not wanting to attend my friend's wedding if I can't bring my fiance? Unsure.
Lots of weddings do that these days. It's only
who is invited.
Yeah, especially like, is it COVID times? Like, is it?
Yeah, and
is
also
it
like
restricted
it depends,
because of money?
It depends on the thing. Like, I also think if the friend who's having the wedding doesn't know the fiance at all,
yeah,
hardly met them, it's a little bit like, this is my wedding and I only want people that
I love.
Yeah, and that I know. So I don't.
So that's very, very common, especially like ages ago. You used to have to invite
fucking everybody.
Your third uncle's bloody dog from his ex-wife. Like, you'd have to invite everyone and everything, like, vaguely related to you. But like, now it is very common for people to only invite the people who are very
with no
close.
plus ones and anything.
Yeah.
I'm not inviting anyone.
No.
Fuck you.
So catch ya.
Get out.
Yeah. So no.
Like, fun for your wedding. If I plan to be there, think again.
You're not coming.
You won't be there.
Alright, so let's find out the sitch on this.
So the original poster is 27-year-old female. Her best friend is 25.
Yep.
And her name is Megan. So from high school, the best friends from high school, is getting married this summer to her fiance, 27-year-old male, who also went to the same high school as us. After high school, we went our separate ways due to education, but we still have kept in touch and gone on trips together and stuff.
Alright, so they're close then?
Yeah, doesn't sound like she's in her bridal party or anything, so they're not like besties, but they still hang out, they still see each other, still mates.
But is this with the fiance as well? Or just...
No, so...
Oh, sorry.
Nah, so she's not going to Megan's wedding with the person that they both grew up with.
Okay.
So the original poster's fiance is some other person.
Okay.
Someone new. Anyway, we grew up in a very conservative community. When I was outed as bi, here we go, and was ostracised for it in high school, she was one of the only people in my life that didn't turn their backs on me.
Okay.
My folks kicked me out, and she lied to her parents about the reason to allow me to stay with them for a few months till my own parents cooled off. She has always been supportive of my relationship with other women. A while ago, I received my wedding invitation from her, and it allowed me to RSVP for a +1 if I wanted. Okay, so they're allowed to bring +1s.
Not for any of those things that we just mentioned.
I did so for my fiance, after asking her if she wanted to go with me, and we bought tickets to fly. Pretty expensive given the distance. A couple of days ago, we talked on the phone to the...
bride.
She wasn't in the loop of who I was dating or anything. I didn't use most social media as I find it bad for my mental health, so she was out of the loop even though my fiance and I had just gotten engaged. After hearing about my fiance and letting me gush about her, Megan, my friend, asked me to not bring my fiance. I was hurt by this, so I asked her why, and she told me that her parents and family would not be comfortable seeing me with another woman. She said that at this point it's already taboo that she's inviting me in their eyes, but that she wants me there because I'm her oldest friend. I told her that I understood her concerns, and I assured her that we wouldn't be doing any kind of over-the-top PDA just in case that was an issue. Megan said she was worried her parents or other people from our home community would leave or make a spectacle of some sort. In the end, Megan still said that my fiancé attending with me was something she couldn't have, so I told my friend that it'd probably be best if I didn't attend at all. Megan told me that she really wanted me there and asked why I wouldn't consider not going without my fiancé. So I told her that I'm not going to go to something that my fiancé and I were initially invited to unless we could both go. My fiancé was excited to meet Megan for the first time and go. My fiancé would understand if I went alone, but I know it would hurt her, and I'm not even going to do that. I also would be sad to be in an event alone that we should have gotten to attend together if Megan's family weren't so bigoted. She told me that it's her wedding and she doesn't understand why I won't prioritise what she needs to be able to have all the people she cares about in her life in attendance. She got off the phone with me and left by saying that she wouldn't be attending my own wedding either. Okay. For which I had earlier asked her to be a bridesmaid when I was catching her up. So she's asked Megan to be a bridesmaid at her wedding, and she's like, well, if you're not coming to mine, I'm not coming to yours.
And she can't go to hers because...
Megan's parents are fucked.
Yeah, look,
I don't think you're an asshole for not going.
no.
Because not only, like, you have to fly across the country by yourself.
Yeah.
To go to a wedding with people who she said don't even actually want her there in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, people already have a problem with the fact that she's bi.
Yeah.
So they already have a problem with her.
So she'd be totally uncomfortable from the moment she got
She
there
wouldn't
anyway.
know anybody else there, really.
Except for Megan's
Megan.
family.
And Megan's family who don't want her there.
Yeah. No, Megan's a bitch.
Well, I don't know if she wants her friend at her wedding, obviously.
Yeah.
But she's not...
But she's putting conditions on it, like...
Yeah, I think her family's the issue. Like, she is trying to appease everyone. She wants her... like, if her family are that, like, full on, they would make a huge scene. They would make such a problem.
And you don't want your wedding day to be
ruined.
Ruined by grandma having a big fanny attack because your boyfriend's there. Why do they all know? Like, why is it anyone's business?
And she said she got outed in high school.
And they all came from a conservative
town. So all the families there are conservative. But, like, this is... I think, because it's Megan's wedding, everybody should just be like, look, we're just going to...
Chill.
Shelve this and have fun
But
at Megan's wedding.
You do not have to agree with everything everybody does. But you can still be friends. Like, you can still...
And
you don't even have to be friends. You can still be civil.
And it's
even
actually
polite.
Disgusting to not be civil to someone just because...
100%. Just because of their choice.
Yeah.
We all make choices that not everybody agrees with in everyday life. I smoke. People don't agree with that. And if someone was to
disinvite you from a wedding
because I'm a smoke cigarettes, well...
I mean, I know it's not comparable.
Definitely not comparable. I'm just trying to say, like, we all...
Everybody...
Everyone's got an opinion on everything.
Yeah. But
and we can't live our life like...
No, and you can't treat people poorly just because you don't agree with them.
No.
You can't...
You've got no right to do that.
No.
Oh, yeah. They all just need to get over themselves. It's not...
Yeah.
It's not their life.
No.
They don't have to agree with it, but they do have to be polite. So, especially for Megan on her special day.
Yeah.
So, but every day they have to choose to be polite to people. You can't just be an asshole just because you don't agree with something.
No.
That's just absolutely... You'd have to be a Karen to do that.
I hate the Karens and the Matthews of the world.
Always unhappy with something.
Oh, everything is an issue. It's so
it is. They're so self-entitled.
Oh, yeah. They just expect everything, and it's so annoying. Like, and these are the people, a lot of the time, I also hate, like, old friggin' entitled assholes.
I hate old people who are rude
Yeah,
like
mate.
that. Like, what the... I don't care if you're 95.
If you're an asshole, you're an asshole, and I'm not going to do anything for you.
I'm sorry. This is going to be a really unpopular opinion. But they say that the younger generations are rude and this and that. When you're in the supermarket...
Yeah, who are the ones that don't get out of the way?
And who are the ones, like, I say, oh, sorry, like, or excuse me, pardon me. And they
just
barge right through. They fully turn their head and ignore that you've just apologised or been gracious. Like,
yeah. And they are the ones that
fuck,
demand
Karen?
stuff.
You just fuck right off, Karen.
For the people that grew up in the generation that was supposed to be, you know, working hard for your stuff, they're trying to say that we don't work hard for what we have now.
We have to deal with Karens.
You are sitting there, like, expecting everything. Expecting everyone to do everything else for you, expecting respect when you won't give it.
Yep. They just barge on through like
also,
they own the joint.
How fucking dare you try to say that people don't work hard nowadays when the cost of living is astronomical compared to... Like, these people bought a house for $20.
Yeah.
And they're trying to be like, oh, why don't you have a house? Why don't you do this? Because it costs $1 million, mate.
For a house. For a shitty one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Karen, back up, Karen.
You're trying to say, oh, you don't work hard. People are just trying to live their fucking lives and not die in a hole.
Yeah, not be in debt, not...
and not hate their lives. Like, they want to do what they want.
Yeah.
Like, ugh, I hate people.
So rude.
I hate old people. Right.
They're super rude.
Oh, they are. I hate them. I absolutely hate them.
Mm.
Hate them so much. And they're so, like, misogynistic too.
Mm. I might even just ram one with my trolley next week.
Fucking do it.
I actually might. If I get one, I just might ram a granny in the ankle.
Mate, did I ever tell you that one time this old bloke came in to work, and I was the only one that was free, and I was looking at him like, oh, do you need any help? Because he wanted help, like, you could tell, and he's like, I don't know, can you help me? And I was like, I might be able to if you tell me what you want. Like, don't assume that I can't help you because I'm a girl.
Oh.
He goes, okay then. What's the highest crank amp in battery that you have? And I'm like, you're expecting anybody to know that off the top of their head. Nobody knew that off the top of their head.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can definitely find that out for you. Because I could. I literally just freaking type in on the computer and it'll tell me. You fucking dick. And he's like, oh, you should smile. And I was like, not at you.
No, you don't deserve a smile.
No, and get absolutely fucked telling me, oh, you should smile. Why? You've just been an absolute asshole to me.
And he knew it too, and that's why he said it. Oh, you should smile, because he knew he had just been rude.
And I just walked off after that.
Yeah.
I was like, someone else can do the thing. Get absolutely fucked.
Get away from me. Get away from me.
Go away.
Old Karen man.
Go away. But then I had a nice man today come up to me. And he said, I know that you would know, but that guy was free. So I just asked him.
There you go.
And I was like, that's fine. Thank you.
Thank you for that, old man.
Because I was busy. He's just like, I know you would have known.
So he was just showing that he wasn't being sexist or
yeah, I think he was aware of the fact that happens there. A lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and it would.
It does. They walk straight past you.
Yeah.
And talk to somebody else. And you'll be like, hi, how are you? And they'll be like, I'm good. How are you?
V-line for the bloke.
Literally, like, I'll be standing here saying, how are you? Like, no worries. And they're like, yep. The next, like, a guy will walk past and they'll be like, oh, mate, where's this? And I'm like,
I could have told you.
I asked you. You could have asked me.
You could have told him. We could have made that work.
90% of the time, it's like, where's the WD-40? It's something so dumb, like something so easy like that.
And they don't trust your...
Don't trust me
trust
to tell
your guidance.
You it's in aisle 14, I'm looking at it.
Just there.
Like,
right there.
Just right there.
Right there. Right there.
I'm looking at it.
Behind your head, dickhead.
Yeah. Oh, so many times people walk past, oh, where's your wipers blades? 180. 180, brother. Do a 180.
Right there.
Right, you walk past them. You walk past them to come talk to me. Anyway. Yeah. But yeah, people just feel like that all the time. So annoying. Whatevs. Right. Am I the asshole for not letting my sister-in-law wear my wedding dress? Probably not.
Yeah, I'd say no. Well, let's hear the stories. Your sister-in-law broke, got no money for a dress. Even then, a wedding dress is something that is very sacred. It's very sentimental.
And special.
Yeah.
And it also depends, like, is the sister-in-law out, like, if you are completely different sizes,
and
the sister-in-law has to be altered. Like, yeah, alright.
Yeah, I wouldn't, well, actually, I probably would, but I wasn't that attached to my dress, so.
Yeah, but that's different as well.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Like, if they're not attached to the dress. A lot of people
are fully attached to their dress.
A lot of people keep it and, like, want to pass it down.
A lot of people frame that fucker.
That's weird.
Not for me.
But also, like, I wouldn't want, like, a wedding dress from my mum.
Totally outdated.
Totally. Some, like, every now and then you might catch a gem.
Yeah.
That isn't completely outdated. Some,
or some that you can just make a little, exactly.
Yeah, like, get off those freaking bell sleeves or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. So their 28-year-old female husband, who is 30-year-old male, have been married for almost 6 years. At the time of our engagement, neither of us had much money, so there was no way I could have afforded the wedding dress that I wanted to wear. Thankfully, for me, my mother is something of a seamstress and offered to help me make my dream dress.
Okay. So it's very sentimental.
Yeah.
Mum's helped.
We spent over a year finding the pattern. finding the pattern.
The fuck is that?
You just guzzled a warhead thing. How long has that been sitting here?
I don't know. I think it's got spit in it.
I was about to take a bloody little lick
Have
of
a go. Have a go of it.
What if there's
I don't know what's
spit
in it. It fucking doesn't taste good.
What does it taste like?
Oh, like cordial or I don't know.
I'm trying to like put it in the cap so I can see what it looks like, because if it's spit...
It's gonna like go zooming out of there. We're just stealing a lolly.
From my nephew. I feel like it's like really old.
I feel like it's old too. I feel like I've probably got food poisoning. I feel like it's burning my esophagus now.
Because it shouldn't, like I just had a little bit and it should taste a lot like more.
More sour.
Yeah, a lot more like flavour.
Yeah, but this is like burning down here now. Alright, sorry about that.
You just guzzled.
We just had a go of a lolly. I think it's a very old lolly that I found in my son's computer room. Sorry about that. Alright.
Okay, anyway, back
to the
it.
wedding dress.
Right.
So Mum's made it.
So Mum is making it. So they spent over a year finding the pattern, picking the fabrics, making a beautiful wedding dress completely from scratch.
Okay, so this is full sentimental dress.
The biggest gift of her entire life here. Yeah. So it's
bonding, mum and
huge.
daughter.
Yeah, so it's the first big project I've ever sewn, so I'm quite proud of it. So she had a hand in making it.
Yeah,
her and her mum collaborated.
This isn't a lone dress.
No, this is, I'm keeping it for the rest of my life, passing it down through the generations.
If I die, I just want to clarify, I ate mega sour roller, blue raspberry liquid candy.
Yeah.
That I think is off. Alright, back to it. Maybe a bit of spit in it too.
Yuck. Right. Making it also brought me much closer to my mother. As a whole project was sort of a bonding experience. It holds a lot of additional sentimental value as my dad passed away while we were making it. So I sewed a heart-shaped cutout of one of his shirts. Yeah, get fuck sister-in-law, fuck off. Alright, into the lining of the dress in order to keep
Why would you ask to wear that?
I know. So she wanted to keep her dad with her on the big day. The dress not only brought me closer to my husband, but my family too. It means so much to me. So my sister-in-law, female 23, so she's 5 years younger than the original poster.
Yeah.
Just got engaged recently and is in a similar situation with her wedding, so she can't afford a lot.
Okay.
She just got out of college and started work as a teacher. Between her loans and a relatively low salary, she doesn't have very much money to pay for her wedding. Dress shopping has been a bit stressful for her, as all the dresses that fit her taste are just so far out of her budget. This all leads up to Tuesday morning, when she called up my husband and asked if I would be willing to let her borrow my dress. She mentioned that it could be her something borrowed. My husband says that he would have to ask me first, because it wasn't his loan out. His sister told him that it wouldn't be a problem and I'd barely miss it, as it was just sitting in a box anyway. He still said he would have to ask me and forgot about it. He finished his workday and picked me up from my job, and we came home to his little sister trying on my wedding dress and his mum clipping it in the back to fit her better. Seeing somebody else in my dress totally blindsided me. I was stunned and asked what they were doing. My mother-in-law said that they were planning alterations since my sister-in-law is significantly smaller than me. I told them that there is no way I would be loaning out my dress to anyone. It not only represents my love to my husband, but the bond with some of my family as well. This escalated into an argument that ended in my mother-in-law calling me a selfish bitch and leaving with my sister-in-law. My husband, thankfully, grabbed the dress during the argument so they didn't grab it when they left. I was really upset, but thought about it after I had some time to calm down. I don't have any issues. I don't have any uses for my dress, and I do love my sister-in-law. I feel as if I may have overreacted and shut them down too quickly.
No, I don't think you did.
And by the word clipping, it was just like binder clip, like it was just pulling it tight to see how it would look in her shape. They wasn't actually like cutting or pinning or anything like that. It was just simply like pulled back to see how it would look. So you were not the asshole.
No.
Because that is something that is so
that's ridiculously
hugely important to you.
Mm.
That it was made by
and then
your
to
mum.
alter it. No way.
No. Like, that is... To even ask that...
Is rude.
Can I take your dress and then alter it? Like, so she said, can I borrow your dress? But you were going to do... It seems like huge alterations.
She's significantly smaller. So it's not as if you could even take it in. Because if she's a lot smaller, you'd have to cut it down to size. Or else it would have bulges at the seams.
And, like...
And you can't have that in a wedding dress.
You'd have to cut everything.
Yeah.
The whole thing would be different. It's not okay. The only time it can be altered is if she wanted to pass it down to her daughter or something. Yeah. Yeah. I think that it's so wrong to ask that of her.
Look, I understand they're having, like, difficulties with the dress. Does everyone get their dream dress?
She didn't get her dream dress. Her and her mum made it.
Yeah, that's right.
So she had dreams of this dress, and her and her mum just made a dress that she would like.
Make a dress with your mother-in-law.
Exactly.
Or friggin' wear a paper bag. It's not about the dress and the end of it. It's about the wedding. It's about marrying the person that you love. So, get one from the op shop.
Yeah, but also, like, they didn't even give her and her husband the chance to be like, if you want, we can, like, we'll give you a little bit. Like, obviously, they're not going to pay for a fucking
Well, the sister-in-law could have gone, look, I'll come shopping with you and we can go and find a really nice budget dress. Or we could... maybe we could put a bit of money in towards
that's what I mean. Like, they could chuck in a little bit. Like, because if they're a little bit more in a better situation now, they might be happy to just chip in a little bit or something. Or, I don't know, she's now doing some sewing with that dress. So she might be like, look, if you get a dress that you like and it's just a little bit too big for you or something, fucking come here. I'll cinch that shit in. Like... Yeah, no, definitely. So she's totally not the bitch. The other people shouldn't have touched her dress. And to go... Especially the mother-in-law would have known how important that was. And it has her father's like shirt stitched in. Yeah. Like, to even think about wearing that. And then, like, to go to her house and put it on. When the husband said to the sister, no, I've got to ask my wife. I have to ask her. This is not something I can loan out. Yeah, no. And they just rock up, and these people nobody is getting a key to my house. Nobody is allowed to just fucking rock up and be in my house. Mate, I come home to you in my house all the time. Your door is open. I don't have a key. Your door is open. I come home, go, whoa! But I also told you I was coming over. You did. And I wouldn't care if you were here when I got home. But like that, I probably wouldn't even care if you were here in my wedding dress, like having a dance around the lounge room. Me cutting it up in the lounge room. Go, yeah! Making paper mache out of your dress. What are we making? Yeah. You can have a key to my house, but nobody else is allowed to have a key to my house. No, people don't need keys to your house. It's just weird. I don't know, because I've been watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and Kris Jenner has a key to all of her family's house. She's a fucking stalker, though. I know, but she's just in their house. And it's like, that's weird. Yeah. That's weird. To just rock up. Just let yourself in. And let yourself in. When other people are home as well. Yeah. Like, it's different if you knock on the door, nobody's home, you're dropping something off, or you've got something, or whatever, or you need to grab something, and they know you need to grab something, and you've got the key, you let yourself in, whatever. Yeah. But when people are home and they just walk downstairs and you're in their fucking kitchen, yeah, that's weird. That's invasive. Yeah. It's weird. It is. I would hate that. Anyway, yeah, that woman is not. No. Not the arsehole. I do not agree with that. Yeah, one more. Alright. Just want to find a good one. Find a good one? Oh yeah, I don't want that one. Oh! Am I the asshole for changing my daughter's middle name while my wife was asleep? Fucking yes! Probably, brother. It even has, I don't know if anyone is familiar with the Reddit thread, Am I the asshole? But sometimes they come up with a little caption saying their poster is an asshole or not the asshole. This one says asshole, so we're in for a treat. My wife and I just had our second child, a baby girl. when we had kids, we decided I would name the first boy and she would name the first girl. The only thing we didn't agree on was middle names. My wife decided because she had carried the children, she would decide both of their middle names. She wanted to pass on a family traditional name on her mother's side and wanted to pass on her paternal grandmother's middle name as well. Fair enough. Our first child, a boy, has a family traditional middle name from her mother's side. It's a unisex name that always goes to the firstborn child. Okay, it's tradition. First, I didn't care about the middle names, but while my wife was pregnant with our second, my grandmother passed. I asked her if we could give the baby my grandmother's middle name, and she said no. We fought, but I gave up. Till the nurse came in with the papers to name the child. My wife was passed out asleep, and the nurse just asked if we had a name picked out. I said yes, and filled out the form with my grandmother's middle name. When my wife woke up an hour later, I decided to tell her the truth immediately instead of hiding it. She was pissed. We got into a huge fight, and she claimed she'd be changing it. But she can't because you need both parents to sign off on a name change. It's been 3 days and my wife is giving me the silent treatment, along with her visiting family. Even my family said it was a cruel thing to do while she was asleep. Am I the arsehole? For changing it while she's asleep? Yes.
Yes. Right, you've got to... But I don't think the wife was very fair in that circumstance either. His grandma just died.
Yeah.
And he wanted to honour her in that. She's got family tradition names in the boy.
In the boy. So they each got to name the first name of one of their children. So that's already ticked off. Yeah. They've already done that. Yeah. But now with the middle name, like she said, you know, I want to do the middle names because I'm the one that's carrying them. Yeah. Whatever. Also, at the end of the day, like, why is the name such a entitlement? Like, why do you feel so entitled to getting to name your child, like the child that you share together? Yeah. But, like, his grandmother died so close to the birth.
Yeah.
She doesn't get to meet the baby.
Yeah.
And, like, to not even consider it or even speak about it
is pretty rude.
Is pretty rough. Yeah. Pretty rough.
But his actions were bad as well.
His actions were wrong.
So they were both wrong.
Yeah, he shouldn't have
done that.
Gone against her and put the name on while she was asleep. Like, without even having a discussion with her. Yeah.
But she shouldn't have shut him down.
No.
Without having a proper discussion with him.
And with that, like,
So they're both in the wrong.
100%.
They both need to take accountability for that one. So I don't think... Well, I think they're both assholes, really. Like, they've just handled that like children.
Yeah. Because it's really, like...
It's both of their kid.
Yeah. But it's so unempathetic to not even consider using the grandmother's name at all. Like, so many people have two middle names.
Yeah. Why not do that?
So many people.
Compromise.
Yeah.
Compromise, guys.
Compromise. It is a real thing. It is quite easy to do.
Yeah.
And they're saying first boy and first girl, so it seems like they're planning on having more children.
Use that other name in the next child.
Yeah, like, use the grandmother family name or whatever it is in the next child. Like, let him have
that one.
The grandmother that just passed. Let him have that. Yeah. She only just passed. Yeah. It's still raw. It's still like...
And I suppose because it's like she passed like right when the daughter was born. Like that's got a significance. Like if they name the next daughter...
It's not as significant.
Then it's not as significant because time's passed. But...
Yeah, like this is huge and this is what he wants to honour his past grandmother. Yeah. Who can't meet her. Yeah. She was presumably there during parts of she knew that there was a baby coming. Yeah. So, I think they're both at fault. He shouldn't have done it behind her back, but she needed to be a bit more flexible. Yeah. They both needed to grow up on that one. Yeah, I mean, like, you're really fighting over the middle name of a child is a bit,
stupid.
It's a bit how you going, not gonna lie. But, you know, we actually stayed pretty on task.
We did. We've stayed on task. It might have taken us an hour and a half to do it, but...
No, but we stayed... Like, we spoke about Am I the arsehole the whole time. We diverged one time to talk about Karens.
There you go.
Which are assholes, so kind of fitting theme.
Fitting theme.
You know?
Same.
Yeah. Pretty good, I would have to say.
I have to say